Now we got to figure out how to get a shit ton of water up here. And how to do this. So here's my thought. For each one of these, we chuck a storage. This is just designed off the dome. We chuck a storage. Probably move it closer. But I don't know how close, though, because we are going to need room for a pump. Specifically a Mark II pump. Do you get powered? You do. From that, that's good. Okay, what did we get after Kentucky? Well, we already did Louisiana. Minnesota? Minneapolis? I don't know. What can I tell you? There's 8 M states? Oh, boy. Okay, Massachusetts. Amherst. That doesn't work, does it? Okay, we're going to need to do this differently. I don't think it's Amherst. I'm just naming cities at this point. That's the best part. I'm just naming places I've heard of. But you know what? Here's the real test. I'm not going to get the capitals. Here's the real test. Let's see if I can name the 8 M states. So you've got Minnesota, Massachusetts, Michigan. You've got Missouri. That's 4. I should probably have done this in a more orderly way. Maine. You've got Mississippi. I think we're at 6. How can I only be at 6? Oh, shit. Just picturing the map of the United States in my head. Oh no, I've only got 6. You're missing a big one, as in 4th largest state by area. At some point you've said all but one of them? Oh, interesting, interesting. 4th largest state by area? I mean, Alaska, then Texas. Montana. Montana. Is Montana 4th largest by size? I almost said it's going to be a forgettable one, and then I said Montana. Which is that Helena, by the way? Helena for the capital? These should all be unload. No, sorry. They should be load. What am I doing? Helena's the capital. Still missing one? Oh, Maryland. Fuck. Maryland. I've got family from Maryland. I should have known that. I mean, you tell me the abbreviation, I'll know the state for sure. I've been lowering. I've been inching the goalposts closer and closer to me all stream. Can I name the state capitals? No, but if you tell me the abbreviations, I'll tell you the state every time. This is one too close, and now I'm mad. Okay. Of those, I know Helena. I don't know Maryland at all. Somebody said, the capital of Maine is Bonkworthy? I have no idea. Bonkworthy, capital of Maine? Sit and Spin, Maine? Is Maryland the only state that ends in land? Maybe. You should know Massachusetts. Is it Boston? Is it that easy? The ones that are like Boston is too like if it's Boston, those ones I always psych myself out on because they're just too easy to try and grab, you know? If your hot take, if your state's capital is your state's largest city, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Rhode Island ends in land. That's a good point. It should give some love to the fucking weirdos out there, you know? Give some love to the weirdo states. They need it. Oh boy, did not mean to fall off there. Trying to do power on the way down so that I can... Which ones are the weirdo states? Sorry, give. What I mean is give love to the weirdo cities. If you like the weirdo cities that aren't well known because of something else already, if that makes sense. Horizontal to vertical. I think this is a cool way to do this. What if we did like that? No, do not align with it. That couldn't be the farthest thing from my... No, stop. Helena is only the 6th largest city in Montana. I guess the next question is what the weirdest state capital is. Like California, for instance. Sacramento is a large city in California. It is not a particularly like wildly popular in other media city, but it's a very safe choice. Like it's a state many people have heard of if you live in the States. Indianapolis, Indiana, that's our biggest city. That's the center. That's a boring ass decision. A boring ass decision. I'm talking about your like I don't know, how big's Little Rock? How big's Baton Rouge? Is probably pretty big. And some of the capitals became big because they became capitals. Sacramento's hot as fuck, not a fan. You're telling me. I describe so I went to Davis for grad school, which is a suburb of Sacramento. I described Davis as the hot trapped fart of Sacramento. Davis was like you took Sacramento, a big city with a lot of pollution, took their fart, stuck it under a glass bowl in the middle of the summer. That's where I lived for 2 years. Little Rock's 200,000 people. That's not big, but it is Arkansas, so maybe it's huge, you know? Salem, Oregon? How big is Salem, Oregon? Like some states pick something that's in the middle. They pick something that is already a center of commerce. You know. Topeka. Is Topeka in the middle of the state? I wonder. I want an underdog capital that I can really root for, you know? I guess that's what I want. Hey, Ryan, what'd you go to grad school for? I don't know. I'll tell you, but only if you have an alcoholic drink very nearby. This is not gonna... Holy shit, I just had an idea. It's not Topeka, it's just Topeka. How do you say Topeka? Topeka? It's got to be toe, right? Two? Topeka? If you say two, then what syllable has the emphasis on it? It's got to be number one, right? It's got to be toe. It could be two, but Topeka? That sounds weird. Topeka? 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 Topeka. Okay, it's just Topeka. I get it. I thought Salem was in Massachusetts. But we just covered this, Iculus, remember? Welcome to a country so relatively new on the world scale. Because so many of our capitals are just named after other places. Here's my thought. We want these things to carry water and carry it quick. I might leave myself the option of expanding out, doing 3 more pipes down the bottom side, and filling in the second gap here. Could work. Vermont has the smallest capital by population with Montpellier, by the way. Montpellier. Also, apparently, somebody said the only state capital without a McDonald's in it. So I think Vermont's my winner for like weird capitals. You pronounce it Montpelier? That's great. I pronounce it wrong. Vermont is a cool state. I would love to live in Vermont. That'd be a cool state to live in. Well, you pronounce it French, so do with that what you will. Exactly. Like the Pellier is the name of the... No, that's Perrier. The water. Vermont's cool. We've thought about moving there. Yeah, I feel like Vermont would be a cool place to live. How are you flying? Hi, Octoclink. I have basically a jetpack that, as long as I'm kind of near a electrical wire, it takes power from the electrical wire. So, that's how I'm flying.
I knew it smelled like poop.
Yo, Pexy. Hi, Pexy. Thanks so much for the raid. Just read that Juneau is one of 2 capital cities that isn't reachable by car. Alaska's a weird place. Alaska's got a lot going on. If you live in Alaska, you're a different breed. Hi, Pexy. Oh my god, we did have crazy cards today. How was stream? Yeah, we had crazy cards. A full art in the 4th slot. Yeah. And it wasn't... That was not a pack with 2 full arts. It was just a 2... A full art in the 4th slot. And then a pink in the 5th. Luke, did you think we'd ever... Can I ask you about that? Did you think we'd ever see one of those? I did not think we would ever see a pack that had 2 one-of-ones. And so I didn't know what the... what, like, the card logic would do. We gotta bring some power down. Possibility of it being the wrong order only occurred to me when we saw the full art at slot 4. I had the exact same thought. Who was the lucky person? Frosty Wampa. Frosty Wampa. This is pretty calming right here. What full art was it? It was the full art Cult Immunity card from Brujo. And then, here's the other crazy shit that happened. Keep your eyes peeled this week because the Cult Immunity card is actually part of a larger canvas of art that Brujo made when she designed the Cult Immunity and Glorious Leader card. And so the other thing that we showed is that we made posters of those two together. One big poster that has the full art from both cards. You're going for nuclear power at the factory. We're going for nuclear power at the factory. We're doing it in a sort of complicated way. I basically need to chuck everything on my... need to chuck everything on the vertical bus. So to get to nuclear, I need to do a fluid bus. So that's what we're starting with now. This is going to put out how much? 30 per minute? But aren't you powered up now with this? So if I were to just like hook you up here, it's actually 75 meters cubed. That's not enough though. Okay, now we need to figure out what to do next. Totally safe power source, never caused any problems. Exactly, exactly. Now here's the question. Industrial fluid buffers. I have to just combine these, which sucks. I have to just like combine these like this and like this. I have no other way to make them combine. And junctions are a little weird. You're doing 300 meters cubed, and you're doing 75. We were talking about states and stuff, and you know what I find really weird about the United States of America? Stuff like Puerto Rico or American Samoa. They ain't states, but they are owned by the United States. What's up with that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, welcome to the weirdness. The District of Columbia is even weirder. Or not, I would say probably... I don't know. I would argue weirder, not with a judgment statement on that fact. District of Columbia is even weirder. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some people who know, people who are more knowledgeable about this, correct me if I'm wrong. So my understanding is that Puerto Rico and I think American Samoa have had chances to vote about whether or not they would like to become Am I correct or am I misremembering this? That they have had chances to vote to become states? America was formed based on the belief that there shouldn't be taxation without representation. Then later we decided that was fine sometimes, I guess. One of Megan's best friends lives in DC. I've got some family that lives there. Am I incorrect? I think you're right that there are definitely votes. I think so for Puerto Rico, right? So like we're in a weird spot with like, you know, Puerto Rico. I don't know a lot about Puerto Rico and even less about American Samoa, but have had chances to vote to become American states. But DC, they are American citizens who send representatives to the House of Representatives, but do not send senators. Is it just one representative? I don't even know if that's true. Oh boy, this is really testing today is just testing my history lessons. Pay taxes, but do not get to send senators. They did not want DC to be in a state so that that state would not have power. And so instead they made it a district that does not have power at all. Me being Puerto Rican and not knowing at all. Oops. I think Puerto Rico's held referenda on applying for statehood, but it would still be up to the Congress about whether or not to admit them. That seems more accurate than what I was saying. That sounds familiar. Okay, we gotta hook a shit ton of pumps up to this stuff, and we gotta see where it goes. We need head lift on head lift on head lift. Okay, so this blue line is real interesting. Okay, so this could be really nice. Hold up. Is this the game giving me a huge quality of life upgrade? What is that blue line? Chad, is this big blue line the place that the current head lift... Front seat question. Is this blue line, this thick blue line, indicating where our current head lift runs out? Front seat question. You feel free to be a little vague in the yes or no. Feel free to be a little... my wording might be incorrect. You can kind of get what I'm going for, right? Wait, are you playing something? I thought we were talking about the United States. We should confirm in spoilery chat. Also, is that new? Is that a part of like 1.1 or something? I don't know that I've ever run a thing this long. Let's test one thing real quick. We check that there. Is there another one? Here's another one. Always been there? Okay. Oh, shit. I forget you have to click twice. That's neat. What a satisfying thing to add into the game. I literally always forget you have to click twice. Jesus Christ. Basically what I'm going to ask here is, and you guys can, spoiler check can feel free to confirm this or deny it or whatever. Confirm or deny sounds so funny. Is that basically the place I should be putting... With fluid dynamics, I often care less what is the truth of how the physics works in the game, and more, what should I do? Because Like, there's like understanding what it actually does, and then there's what I would call more important in this game, with fluid dynamics in particular. There's what do I do about it kind of situation. Okay, so I think, if I had to guess, impure, pure. Okay, we should actually take the impure one off. And put it on something else. Always been there. What a nice thing to add to the game. When I say add, I mean what a nice thing to have developed in your game. Like, what a nice quality of life feature. Whenever it got added. So I think the... yeah, so 2 of those will run pretty well. Here's what we're going to do. This is going to be weird as shit. Okay. I'm going to need to delete you and make you face a different way, just to make this nicer. Basically, we're going to try and add these up so that they function semi... in an organized fashion. Why is that bending? I hope this has enough head lift. What's the fluid dynamics question? Basically, if you can trust these little blue collars that go on the belt, and just put your pump there. Okay, it's 3:30 already. Holy shit. And we didn't even get through half the states. I got 7 of the 8 M states. In states: New Hampshire, New Mexico, North Dakota, North Carolina, I think these 2 should probably combine. These are both pure. There's also 8 in states. Are you shitting me real quick? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, we'll restart. We'll restart for the in states. So there's 8 in states. Go with your directions first. Yeah, there's your states of newness, and then there's your states of direction. So North Carolina, North Dakota. Your states of newness, you've got New Hampshire, New Mexico. That's 4. New York City. That's also new. Sorry, New York. Sorry, not New York City. That's 5. Nebraska, the Cornhuskers, if you will. 6. There's 8. Nevada, 7. Let's go. One more. I can do this. Lock in. Answer from spoiler chat. 3-way tie. We don't have an answer. Mostly hazy yes. Okay. Good enough for me. Okay, we're missing 1 in. It's not Hawaii or Alaska. West Coast is a little easier to picture sometimes. It is not. Are you, is, or is you not running? You are running, you're just, things are slow. Okay. West Coast, I've got like, coming in, I've got Nevada, I've got, your New Mexico, I've got Nebraska, North Dakota. Is North Dakota or Nebraska further west? Nebraska is, right? Then North Dakota. Then there's nothing in the like quote unquote like deep south, right? Like your Louisiana, your Texas, like Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, the Carolinas. I said North Carolina. There's nothing in the Midwest, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, Michigan. Nothing in the like Wisconsin, Minnesota area. You've got New York, Pennsylvania. You've got Virginia, West Virginia. You've got North Carolina, South Carolina. Then you get to the hard East Coast ones. New Hampshire, New York, Maine, Vermont, Connecticut, / New Hampshire, somewhere in there. Your Rhode Islands, your Indiana. Oh boy. I just don't know what I've missed here. Like, I mean, I missed a bunch in there, but like your Massachusetts, your Delawares, your DCs, your Marylands, your. So what am I missing? I'm sure he'll get it. Sure? You're missing another new? I said New Hampshire. You missed a new. I missed a new? I missed a new. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Got New Mexico, I got New York City, I got New Hampshire. Ah, yes, New Florida. The Florida we're going to build when the current one slides off into the ocean. East Coast or West Coast? East or West? It can be neither. East or West, front seat question. It's got to be East, right? Like, there's no way I've missed it in the West. Okay. North or South? Front seat question. It's got to be North. It's got to be North. At least, or like, or mid. What the fuck am I missing, dude? What? You drive east from Indiana. You get Ohio, you get Pennsylvania. I think you go north from there to get to New York. You get, like, New Hampshire, Vermont I missed, but for the East Coast, but I'm... New Jersey. Fucking New Jersey! Ah! God damn it. I'm happy I got it. Fuck New Jersey, man. Everything is legal in New Jersey. God damn it. Of course. That would be the forgotten one. I'll tell you that much. Would be the forgotten one. Oh. I was thinking, Tony, I was like, you can't get to the ocean from Pennsylvania. I was like, but what's east of Pennsylvania? I don't know. Because I don't. Because I don't know. Now for capitals, LOL. I couldn't tell you on any of that. North Virginia. Hey, I thought about it. Don't worry. I had that thought. Don't you worry. I had that thought. All right, now we get to just do. Now we just get to spam these up and down. You must click twice. I couldn't think of it either, and I have friends there. I don't have friends there, but I don't know anybody who's lived in New Jersey. I mean, I know people who have commuted in from to New York from New Jersey, but that's it. I don't think anybody who lives in New Jersey chooses to live there, right? I'm teasing. Oh no, I meant to. Mark 2. I'm clicking on the wire, I think. What's happening here? No, I'm not trying. There we go. Already connected. Boom. I just spent a week working in Jersey City a while ago. It was miserable. What's the capital of New Jersey? I'm ready to shit on New Jersey some more. What's the capital of New Jersey? Trenton. That's actually fine. Do I have wall outlet Mark 2s? I do. I was going to say, if the capital of New Jersey is Jersey City, that's fucked up. What the fuck is a Trenton? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. What are some other, so M and N have the most states. Why would it be fucked up for New Jersey to be Jersey City? Fucked up in the way that like we were talking earlier about like the most boring place to make your capital. I recognize Indiana is on this list. Indiana, the city. The state. Our biggest city is just called Indianapolis, Indiana City. It's also our capital. That's fucked up. I get it. That's fucked up. I have a soft spot in my heart for Indiana, so I don't think that we deserve any shit we get for it. But like, that it would be New Jersey doing the same thing. New Jersey, capital, Jersey City. Okay, well, you missed an opportunity to do anything other than the most boring choice. That's basically what I mean. I wish it was called Indianapolis, like polis, like metropolis. This is actually a little bit annoying. Probably should have done this part afterwards, but it's fine. These will all fit. Hitting these wall outlets with my cursor is just tough because it's tiny. Oklahoma is just Oklahoma City, so same thing. Yeah. Not according to this list I have. Is it Tulsa? How about Kansas City being in a state that isn't Kansas? That's kind of fun, though. I mean, Kansas City is in Kansas. It's just that there is also a Kansas City. It's two Kansas cities because they're separated by a big old river. That's what makes it very interesting. Is Kansas City is? I would argue that's what makes that one very interesting. Is it's split. You can work in Kansas City and live in Kansas City and live in different states and work and live in different states. Why doesn't that work? Can't shuffle through. Oklahoma City is definitely the capital, not Tulsa. I'm going to do the rest of this stuff off stream next time, but this has been fun. There's no way in hell I will ever build another one of these on stream. This is not bad. It's just a little tedious, and I would prefer not to stream this part of the process. All the non-Americans are losing their minds, I'm sure. Thank God they put up with us. Oh my God, I accidentally changed my hotkey. That explains what's going on. There we go, too. Okay. I think we chuck some here either way, just to be safe. Why we get chats like this when you stream this? I mean, yeah, but I don't think the chats go away if I'm also doing something that is engaging. Like, what I mean is basically, like, this part of building this is not particularly engaging for my mind. It's fine. It's just, it's rote building rather than, like, engaging building, if that makes sense. Once it's just, like, once I've built stuff in the game that I have built more than once, at that point it's like tracing a drawing, right? Like, there's a drawing, I'm just tracing over it. That's not particularly engaging for my brain. It's just more engaging for, or it's just doing the same thing over and over again. So I'm cool with that. But this is a sin that I'm committing right here. But to make it so that I'm not streaming Satisfactory into the year of our Lord 2026, I probably will not be always doing these things on stream. That's all. You aren't trying to solve a problem building, you're just building. Exactly. The rule of thumb for me currently is kind of, if I am solving a problem on stream, awesome. If I'm just building, I could do that off camera and save you guys the sanity and respect your time a little bit more. And raise your hand if you have sat through some Satisfactory streams you didn't entirely understand. All of the people raising their hand, that's who I'm thinking of. Okay, we have a water station. We haven't unloaded it, but that's fine. I do want to unload it over into our bus because I want to see what that looks like. And then we will probably, I will probably do something like this off camera for or at least get the basics of it set up for sulfuric acid, nitrogen gas, so that next time we come back, we can hook that shit up. Iculos is headed out. Bye, Iculos. Thanks, dude. I'm not going to be on much longer. We'll get off as soon as we... Next stop, water in. Okay. Well, I want to see this train work, so I guess we'll wait. Both Formy and I raised our hands. We're Satisfactory veterans. I didn't even understand the first Satisfactory stream. You were also just learning back then. Whoa, holy shit. What the hell? Oh my god. Nobody knows too with 1,000 bits to say the good news is I found your YouTube channel a week ago. I've been binging ever since. I'm on episode 50. Holy crap. First off, that's a lot of binging. Welcome in, and thank you very much for the generous bits. That's so sweet of you. The bad news is my wife and partner are about to leave me because I keep screaming at the stream. I knew there had to be bad news. I just knew it. I knew in my heart of hearts there had to be bad news. Holy shit. Thank you for the 1,100 bits. Thank you. I just knew in my heart of hearts there was no way it was just going to be a compliment. If you've watched 50 episodes, like, you understand the vibe around here. You get it. God damn it. That's fair. This is the water train. He needs to do the thing. Why does he not just do the thing? Oh. Yeah, we need some... Okay, so Little into Hearts, but not for Nobody Knows. Little into Hearts in the chat for all the people who are partners with people who watch Little Indigestion streams and have to hear, or videos, and have to hear, why isn't he fucking doing this yet? Every time. Okay, first off, let's watch this water get loaded, because it's fluid, so it should be a different animation, maybe? There's water. Different animation? Power thing the first few episodes, man, nearly gave me an aneurysm. I still, to this day, don't know why my brain defaulted to not doing more than one power, like, not doing one power grid. I don't understand that. That's not a Factorio thing. I, to this day, do not understand why the fuck I did that. Someone clipped his screaming at the screen because we wouldn't answer his front seat question. It's a give and a take. You scream ice cream, we all scream for ice cream. You know? Oh. This is okay. There's a turnaround. I didn't think about this. There is a turnaround down here at our other station. So this train will be a little slow for now because there is no quicker turnaround. I might build one. I'm gonna probably build one off camera because I've built them before. But I want to see if that ends up messing with our train station or working. I'm amazed that you're figuring out 90% of the things faster than I did, but the 10% of things I figured out super early and you haven't gotten by episode 50? Yeah. It's crazy. When you play a game blind, it's like you don't know what you don't know. I know you guys know this, but like it remains true. You just can't know what you don't know. And so the glaring thing is not glaring. And it's not even obvious that it would solve a issue for you. You know? Look at our, it's right over my head. Look at our vertical bus, by the way. It looks so pretty. It's like a big skyrise off in the distance. And it's higher than our train station now. I wondered if I built my train station too high when I built it, but look at that. Emerging from the mist. The pain of Little Indigestion videos and streams is part of the fun. The payoff when you figure things out is amazing. I'm just a delayed gratification boy, you know? In my real life, I'm a runner. Like, I've spent my whole life running, and like the whole thing with running is like, go through some pain. The idea is like, go through some pain today, go through some pain tomorrow, go through some pain the day after that. The day after that, you think you're getting a breakthrough, but you're not. You're still in the middle of the pain. 6 weeks from now, epiphany, breakthrough. Everything's good. Now, technically, should that have been a... I feel like that intersection might need some reworking. Where I am on YouTube, you haven't done trains yet, or the vertical bus thing. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, the Nora comment. I have a suggestion for what to do after you finish the game. No spoilers, obviously. Is that okay to post? Yeah, you mean like a suggestion about like something to do like to understand the game better or something like that? I'd say so. All right, let's watch the water get unloaded. Oh, it's not going to get unloaded because I'm a dummy. Hold up. Turn off self-driving. Got to do the unloads. Always got to build the unloads. Also, these are just freight platforms. No. Just a fun thing to do with your viewers. Okay. I'd say go for it. Yeah, post it. I actually have to tear this down. Oh, I really have to tear it down. Shit. Oh, did I already build this too? Fuck. Okay, the other thing I could do is just make a new water station. Like off the end here. No, we should just do it here. Just do it here. Gotta break it. Sometimes you gotta tear it apart to make it work. My suggestion, start a multiplayer game, have a few viewers join you, tell each to build a certain type of factory, give them a time limit to do it, and go view the results. See how they do it differently. I love the idea of doing a multiplayer factory when I'm done with this. Because, can I tell you, we have 100% reached the point in this game where I am enjoying playing it, obviously. But I am very hungry to play it again as well. I am both enjoying it, and I am very hungry to restart knowing what I know. I'm hungry to try different things, to do like, what if I vertical bust from the start? What if I blank from the start, you know? Oh, shit, I just shot my factory. Whoops. So, a little multiplayer at the end of that could be a lot of fun. Maybe do a little bit of it on stream, do a lot of it off stream. Okay, so now you guys need to be unloading. Then we need to figure out how to combine you. And how much storage do you have? 2,400 meters cubed in each one. And these are 2,400 meters cubed. So it's got your, that's why I need to remember not to do these industrial fluid buffers. It's got your buffer. What we could do is put one, just like we did the other one, we could do one fluid buffer like here. Oh boy, I don't know if we're gonna have space for this shit. Grab pipeline Mark II out from here. Oh no, out from here into there. Let's try this. This seems fun. Oh, can you use junctions to plan ahead of time? There's no way. There's no way you can use junctions to plan ahead of time. No, that's simply far too clean. That's simply way too clean. That simply looks way too good. Here's what I love about Satisfactory. It's fucking 4 p.m. and I did not really realize it. Okay. Now this will be interesting. Because of the way it unloads, I'll be very curious to see if one of these gets empty first. But it doesn't matter so long as this gets... Oh, boy. Pipelines do not have good throughput. Sounds great, Carly. Good luck at therapy tonight. Okay, chat, front seat question real quick. Yes or no? Do they have faster pipelines than Mark II? Are there pipeline Mark IIIs? Yes or no? I hope they are. Best and worst part about this game is how every single thing you build, you end up hating 5 minutes after you built. I relate to that sentiment. That's factory games in general for me. so wild to see what you have in this factory, because what I have in my rinky-dink factory is 3 mine things, 1 large conveyor line, and an awesome store. We suggested watching some of the amazing builds other streamers have done, ones where they make their factories look beautiful, not just functional. I'd be very into that. There's no pipeline Mark IIIs? I'm gonna cry. No? Fucking nuclear power takes like... Why? 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 Dang, that's actually a bummer to me. Just because to move quantities of liquid... Like, we're taking vaguely... Did I do this math correctly over there? Oh, no, I don't know if I did. I should have checked this before I left. I was too busy trying to name states. There's 7 of these. I have to hope that we did 2 pure, 2 pure, 1 pure, and 2 impure on the 3 pipes. But I have 3 pipes coming out. And then over here, I could do 3 pipes down from each of those things. But then I have to run 3 pipes all the way over to the factory. And the bus currently doesn't have space for that. I guess I could redesign it. So much more of the map is explored now? Yeah, I don't want to give you too many spoilers in case you want to watch it on YouTube, but I explored a lot more of the map. Oh, yeah. Shammy says, join us on spoilery discussion on Discord. Yeah, there are. There's apparently a good conversation happening over in spoilery discussion chat in Discord about this playthrough, kind of behind the scenes. I love spoilers. Tell me all you'd like. I've got the entire map covered in radars. So we have covered the entire map in radars. I mean, most of the entire map. There's probably some edges. But, yeah. It's great. Now I know where everything is. That's a pretty recent addition. We did not get to adding all those radars before somewhat recently. Shoot, I should probably get off here. I kind of want to plug the water in, though, and see what I can do. I'd say thank God there's no pipes Mark III. I just feel like 600 meters cubed is not that much, depending on what you build. But what do I know? I don't know. Now, hold up. Can I hover here? Apparently I can, at least for now. Pipe is too long? Yeah, that's my normal issue too. What? That episode is still worth a watch. Hamsters? I mean, if you're going to tease it with one word, don't make the word hamsters. Make it porn. Okay. I watched the episode with arachnophobia mode and lost it. Oh my god, it has to go all the way down there. Holy shit. The good news about downhill is that's pretty easy. This is kind of going to look nice. Who am I? What have I done with Ryan? Well, now it'll look like shit. Never mind. Never mind. Hold up. I have an idea. I have an idea. I really need to get off here, but... Oh, boy. Chat, what do you got going on tonight? Anything exciting? Does that work like I think it does? Wait a second. Did you forget from when I asked earlier in the stream? Listen, no, maybe. Water! I didn't also think about how I'm going to get water out of here. Probably just junction, right? Probably just, junction it off out the front. Can't do it below that, but I can on other floors. So that's fine. Okay. Oh, boy. It's a little ugly. It's like that one museum in France, in Paris, that I've been to. What is the name of that museum in that art museum in Paris, France, that has the pipeline, the HVAC system on the outside, all the pipes on the outside? Musée, like d'Orsay or something? It's contemporary art. It's a great museum. What is the name of that museum? d'Orsay? No, that's not it. Contemporary art museum, Paris. More blueprints tonight. It's just the National Museum of Modern Art. There you go. I mean, if that ain't the most... Somebody else has made this joke before, right? If that ain't the most satisfactory ass museum... Tell me that isn't satisfactory. It's all catwalks, hyper tubes. It's got a zoom tube, exactly. Scaffolding. I think I know where Satisfactory got its inspiration, actually. Anyways, that's going to do it for Satisfactory today. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. And it was nice to meet you. Nobody knows. Okay, I gotta end it there. I gotta stop. I will probably do some work off camera, like I said, but I'm excited to come back and get the fluid bus up and running so that we can finally actually automate all of the rest of the parts of nuclear and then decide where we want to put nuclear despite our temporary setup. We might end up putting it on the bus. Didn't the Parisians hate it when it was first built? I mean, I think it was a very bold choice in Paris. It's an awesome museum, though. Awesome museum. Yeah, I mean, the same city that hosts, that hosted Notre Dame and a million beautiful ancient-ass things, and then they take the... It's a great building, though, and it's a great museum, like I said. I'd recommend going to it. At least it was 10 years ago. All right. Thanks for being here, you guys. I'm just going to call it right there. I will see you in Discord and on Wednesday for more streams. So we're going to play Repo on stream on Wednesday. So if you want to play Repo as a community, hop in the Discord for more information. Thanks for the stream. Thanks, Mona.